Well, good morning. Today we're going to talk about habit 3 and big rocks and what that means. What does it mean if something is a big rock in your life? That's something that's kind of a non-negotiable, something that's very, very important. What would be some things that are big rocks in your life? Still a little unsure what that means. Well, here's a couple of videos to check out. I'm going to include the links in the YouTube video description, so be sure to click on the comments there in the video, and you'll find links to both of these. First is the kindergarten through second grade, the Jenny and Zippy show, or third through fifth grade. You boys and girls can watch the Jenny and Chris show. So I'll just pause the video here, go check out the appropriate one of those, and then come back. All right, so here's some questions for you. Third, fourth, and fifth grade, if you want to, you could create a Google Doc and maybe answer some of these questions with a sentence or two and show it to your teacher. Or you could just talk with a friend, or if you have a brother or sister there at home, or mom or dad, whoever you're staying with. So for kindergarten, first grade, and second grade, questions I want you to think about are: what is a big rock? Can you have more than one big rock? And what can you do to have time for all the big rocks you have? What can you do to make time for the big rocks that are really, really important to you? Now, for their older grades, we have a little bit more to think about. Not only what is a big rock, but what are some little rocks that you have? Some of those things that are somewhat important, but not near as important as the big rocks. And what can you do to have time for all the big rocks that you have? What are some things that you might have to move around or prioritize for your big rocks? And then finally, why is it important to focus on your big rocks and your plan? So take a minute, pause the video here, and talk those questions over with maybe an adult at home or older brother or sister, whoever's around you. Or, like I said, maybe upper grades, you might want to create a Google Doc and write a sentence or two on those questions and share them with your teacher. So as we go through the school year in the coming weeks, you'll be talking more in your classroom about what your big rocks are, and you'll be developing a wildly important goal. We call them WIGs for short. So take a time here, third through fifth grade, or kindergarten, second grade. You might have to draw what's important to you, your big rocks. It might be your parents, maybe a pet, or something that's just really, really important. Those big rocks. In third through fifth grade, you can write them down, or you could draw them too. If you can't click here on this presentation, but I will also include this link in the form, and you'll see it's just a worksheet that you can go through that will help you fill out and prioritize what your big rocks are. So especially for third through fifth grade boys and girls, check that out. You'll be able to help identify what your big rocks are. Again, I'll include that link in the description of the video along with the links to the two previous videos. So Big Rocks is talking about habit 3, putting first things first. Like I said, the coming weeks, you'll be making your wildly important goals, your WIGs, in your classroom, and they'll be centered around your big rocks. They may be personal things, or since we are in school, we'll also have some wildly important goals around your academic priorities and your academic big rocks. What are the big things in math and language arts and social studies and science that you want to get done this year? And maybe even talk about little rocks at school or at home that you can fit in there. So that's it. Be sure to check out the links in the video description and for the videos to watch and for that worksheet.